And hello, fellow gamers. I am playing more video games on my channel. This time it's Stray Cat on the MSX. As usual, I'm playing on a real MSX, specifically a Sony HB-700D, and I'm playing with a real MSX controller. And this is a freeware game, originally part of the MSX Dev 09 contest. And I've never played this. I have no idea how it works, which is what makes this a Jeremy Tries. So what happens if you hit those? Oh shit! You don't want to hit those. So you know what? This actually reminds me a bit of, oh shit, Bit.Trip Runner. Except you have significantly more control over your character, because you can actually move, you know, left and right as you're going here. But I'm guessing the goal is just to, you know, not die. Simple goal. Controls are actually pretty good. Stage clear, and yet it continues. So more like a checkpoint, I guess, than a stage. Oh, that's kind of a tight jump. If you're noticing that the scrolling is kind of jerky, that actually appears to be the game. That's not any part of the, whoa, I thought I could land on the background, that was stupid. The jerky scrolling, that is actually how this particular game scrolls. It's not any artifact of video conversion or streaming. But jerky as it may be, it is still scrolling at a reliable rate, which is important for timing purposes. Jesus. Jumps are getting nuts. Oh, I got a fish box. Maybe that was a can of tuna. Just noticed that there was another, it seemed like there was another plane underneath me. Yeah, down there, but you can't go down there. Brick wall's in the way. Okay. So maybe this is a little bit Bit.Trip Runner, a little bit of Flappy Bird, with its own kind of twist. Also noticing it has multiple parallaxing backgrounds. Because there's one that's that cloud up there, and one of them is the moon. Jeez. I have a real knack for hitting those birds. Nice. The box of tuna, or whatever that is, appears to give me a 1-up in the lower left. Kind of like this. This is very simple, very arcadey. This is the kind of game that would you'd actually expect to see on like a tablet or a phone. Which is not at all a bad thing. Oh, 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 oh! I fell behind. So you can fall behind. So it is detrimental to run into things. Ow! The last time I ran, I intentionally ran into one of those lamps back there just to see what it would do. I got my answer. Ow! Ow. Ow. Shit. Minute 45 says, I lost my Pokemon Gold copy. How did you imagine that? Or how did you manage that? He said the reason is really stupid. I wanted to play some Pokemon Yellow, so I moved Pokemon Gold, and when I came back, it was gone. You mean you took it out and you put it down and then someone stole it? He says, well, it's in game heaven now. There's the multiple parallaxing backgrounds I was talking about. You can see the moon at this part. Also, for both the people on the live stream and the recording, lately I've been changing how I do my audio volume, the game audio specifically. I've been experimenting with doing the game audio just a little bit louder so that, you know, you can hear more of the game. So, long story short, can you still hear me? Oh, shit. And when you fall too far behind, I wonder if you start back at the beginning of the quote-unquote stage, which is really kind of a checkpoint. Ow. One thing I haven't been paying attention to is, do you start the game with 9 lives? Because if you don't, I think you should. Ow, ow! Shit. Nope. It looks like maybe even if the stage restarts because you fall too far behind, then anything you bumped into on the way is still gone when you get to it the second time, which is pretty cool. Could just be imagining. No, 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 no! Ah, oh, fuck. Ow! This game is deceptively difficult. The stuff does come back. Okay, so I was completely imagining that. What the hell is that? I guess that's just background? It looked like a big rotating, I don't know, dildo. Yeah, it is just background. It's just there to mess with you. It worked. It messed with me. Ow. Oh, shit. Man, that one knocked me back for a long time. That's the furthest I've gotten so far, though. Amanda45 says, no, his copy of Pokemon Gold just vanished. Oh, okay. I thought you meant, he says it's probably in my room somewhere. I thought you meant that when you were swapping games, you were at school or something, and so you swapped games and you left the cartridge there and you physically went somewhere else. You came back and the cartridge was gone. But no, that's good. I checked every place it would probably be except the place where it actually is. Yeah. Amanda45 says, the rumors are true. If you never use a game, it will magically just vanish. You know, that's a funny thing that happens with socks as well. Like you go to wash your socks and you lose one somehow, and Red Green actually did a scientific investigation of this problem. Ooh. He had 2 dryers side by side. I think he was going to like bang holes in the top of them and turn the tops into an air hockey table. And he looked in one of the dryers and there was one sock that was still in there. And he was like, wait a minute. So he looked in the other one and the other matching sock was in the other one. So that's what happens to him. So I'm thinking that maybe you should look in a different Game Boy, because maybe that's where your copy of Pokemon Gold went. Sean says, that's some incredible control that they give you just watching the jumps. Yeah, the controls are actually extremely good in this. Like, even though the scrolling is kind of jerky, the character itself moves really fluidly on screen. It's kind of weird, but it's, at the same time, very helpful. Jormware has joined us. Welcome, Jormware. He says, the music sounds familiar. And he says, maybe it's Heathcliff the Cat theme song. Heathcliff, Heathcliff, you're the one, playing pranks on everyone. I think that's how it goes. Okay, let's try it again. See if I can beat my high score. You're right, it does sound like Heathcliff's theme song. That's cool. They, at some point, they released the entire series of that on DVD, and it was not expensive. It's probably a Shout Factory thing. Shout Factory does a lot of releases like that. They'll acquire the rights to an entire series of something, just long enough to do a couple of production runs. And then the rights will either expire or they'll revert back to the owner or something like that. But because of that, Shout Factory is, able to release a lot of somewhat obscure shows. Not that Heathcliff is that obscure, but it is pretty old. That makes me want to watch Heathcliff. It's been forever since I've seen that show. And I did love the theme song to it. The only thing that's missing is that the cat is white instead of orange. Ouch. And the cat doesn't have stripes. Heathcliff had stripes, didn't he? Like little thin black stripes. Maybe that was just his nose or something. I don't know, it's been a really long time. Only thing I wish is that you had some kind of weapon, because I'd like to be able to shoot those birds or something. Oh, shit! That was me, I flubbed that jump. Ow. That was close. Almost did not recover in time to jump. There also appears to only be one jumping height, which makes jumps like that deceptively hard. Where they throw a bunch of closely spaced platforms at you. Oh, fuck! Oh. Oh, damn. Again, that was me. See, I think this is a perfect example of a modern-ish game done in a retro arcade style that has excellent controls, a very gentle difficulty curve, ow, and challenging but not frustrating. Drummer says, I always liked the other cat better. The other cat on Heathcliff? Or are you talking about Garfield? Because you know Garfield, little known competitor to Heathcliff. He was also an orange tabby. Let's try at least one more run. And by the way, this game is 32 kilobytes. Got these damn birds. These birds are too easy to avoid, so I'm fucking them up. It's always the crazy stuff that I can somehow do perfectly, even on the first go. My skills are inverted. I think that's what the problem is. The level design in this is excellent, though. Like, the jumps are tight, but they're not too tight. Most of the jumps, like that one was pretty easy. It gave me a little extra leeway right there. But a lot of them, shit, give you just a few pixels past perfect. So still a little bit of leeway, like that right there. I was literally holding the jump button as long as I could, even though it doesn't seem to matter, and then pushing the right on the control pad, D-pad, as long as I could. See, right there I didn't do it right because I didn't jump, or I waited too long until I jumped off the edge of the building. I do like that you can still control yourself a little bit in the air too, as much as you need to. That helps out considerably, especially for avoiding those lamps. These are really close. I know I've gotten this far before, but it's still pretty crazy. Oh, fuck. It's got 4 lives though. It appears to... Fuck, that was just dumb. It appears to give you a tuna box or a can or whatever that is at the end of every quote-unquote stage. So if you can at least make it to the end of the stage, you'll get an extra life. That was just... Yeah, that was me again. Ow, ow, ow! Oh, damn. It can all fall apart really fast. Let's see. Jormore says, indeed, the other cat on Heathcliff was called Riffraff. No. Was that on Heathcliff? See, he says one of the Cadillac cats. Oh, so... I seem to remember that was like one of the gangs or something. It's really vague memories, because that was probably when I was like 5 or 6 when that was on TV. And I know it's been rerun on various networks ever since then. In fact, there's probably a network that's rerunning it right now. But most of the time, I didn't have access to those networks. Sean says you've got a lot better in very little time, which is the mark of good design and good control. Sean says the cat has picked a particular wall to die on. Yes, it has. Ah, crap. My left eye has like a loose eyelash on it. And there's absolutely no way to pause this. Okay. I think that was enough time. I think I got it. To look out for those loose eyelashes when you wear contacts, because inevitably the very first thing that the eyelash will do whenever it falls off is get in your eye and then go straight under the contact lens, because you know that's the best place in the entire world for an eyelash. That's like heaven for an eyelash. The times where it throws a lot of obstacles at you in a short distance, those are actually the hardest. Like the really long jumps are actually really easy to get used to. But the short jumps are difficult because you can't do a short jump. But you can do what I've been doing several times here, which is if you see 2 obstacles close together, far enough in advance, then you can jump over both of them. like even in mid-jump. If you see the first one and you start to jump and then you see the second one coming, you can of course push forward on your jump. Not like that. But you can push forward on your jump and still clear the second obstacle too. Oh, see, I tried to do it right there. I tried to jump over the bird and clear the next gap, and I wasn't nearly far enough. Oop, should have used it right there. Yep. Should have jumped over both of those crates. Just realized I've never actually pushed down or up so far in this game, so I'm kind of experimenting. They don't seem to do anything. Oh god, that was close. Right there, do a long jump over the middle column. Oh, shit, fuck. I was wondering for a second if I had beat my high score, so I took just a fraction of a second to look down to the lower right-hand corner to see if I had. And of course I hadn't. Don't pay attention to the score, that's what I learned today. Oh, shit. Ow. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, God. That was tight. Ah, stage clear. And I beat my high score. Oh. Oh my god. No! Jumped too early. Ow, ow, no, no, no! Ah, shit. Oh my god. This game is tough, but man, it's fun. Yeah, I at least beat my high score there. And, God, this is actually a good place to cut it, but I kind of wanted... One more time. I'm going to play it one more time. And now all of this stuff right here is like, yawn. Ow. Damn bird. Oh, God. That was just dumb. I wasn't paying attention. Natural reaction was see box, jump over box. This is an easy game to just kind of zone out to. It's weird. It simultaneously focuses you and relaxes you. You'll also notice that a lot of the time whenever I land, one of the first things I start doing is pulling back. That's so that I can, you know, I have more time to react to what's coming up ahead. Because I think technically you could play this game with the cat pushed all the way to the right edge of the screen. You know, if you're friggin' insane. Maybe that's how you play it on hard mode. Oh, damn. That jump back there may actually be the hardest one I've done so far, that I've seen so far. The one where you just have to fall almost all the way to the bottom of the screen. Ouch! Fuck! Okay, that one's kind of tough too. Now, one disadvantage to pulling all the way to the left side of the screen like I tend to do is if you happen to miscalculate and hit a box or get hit by a bird or something, that is very likely going to push you off the left side of the screen and then you're dead. So that's actually an interesting twist on the gameplay. If you're too cautious, then it's actually risky. Oh god, that was close. Oh shit! Oh shit! Well, that's the furthest I've gotten so far, I think. 'Cause I don't remember that any other time. Ow. Oh my god, that was so close. Oh, come on! Oh my god! Oh, that was like a freaking vacuum sucked me off the side of the screen. Man, that is tough. But still extremely fun. So, yeah, this is an excellent game for the MSX, and it's free, too. So, yeah. If you got one, play it. That's what I have to say. So, until the next recording, I'm going to call that a recording for this time around. I'll be back again in a couple of days playing some more games. Imagine that. So until then, I'll see you.